The guy is successfully offed with a glass fish idol that is supposedly also a consumer of souls. And now, with treasure in hand, will we hand wave time or will they want to mess around? Find out today on the Goblin Market.
To the river they tread, only to be swept away.
Morning and evening you may hear the cry, candies and berries and baubles to try, sweet to the tongue and sound to the eye, but heed words of caution when you then decide to come by it, 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 come by it.
Just beware the Goblin Market.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. As always, I'm your DM, Tom Blaylock. You are listening to Dungeon Dads. This is the Goblin Market. I'm joined today by John Watson, who will be playing Dinfa. What's up, John?
Hopefully, Dinfa. You sounded like you didn't know who I was going to play.
You know what? When I saw your face, I just suddenly started blanking on both your name and also your character's name. I've been out in the sun all day long.
He still does that to me too, Tom, even after all these years.
Hey, guy!
I had that effect on people. What's your name?
You got the voice.
I saw his face and I just forgot everything I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
I like Sam's better.
Yeah, well, I meant it that way. Whichever way was the good way. Tim Carr will be playing Ibis. What's up, Tim?
What's going on?
And
glad to be indoors out of the sun.
Yeah, me too. I was in the sun all day long. You guys lost a tournament, huh? So that's why you had to. You got to
they did not
record
qualify
tonight?
for the finals, so I guess you could say they lost. My younger son did qualify for the finals and then lost.
Okay.
So, but
I think it's good for him, and I'm happy that you get to play.
Yeah, I get to play. I get to play spectator parent.
It's better for them to lose.
It is better for them to lose.
In terms of like life lessons.
Builds character.
I mean, my older kids, they played really well. They came out. They felt pretty good. It's just they ended in a draw. This was a tough game. But it was very competitive, which is what you want out of these things. Like you don't want lopsided.
But like those kids
games
that win all the time, they turn into assholes.
Which is only warranted.
Yeah, I was in Montreal recently, and I walked over I don't know if it was a club or it was their like main, if they have varsity in Canada. I don't know if they have that. But the McGill soccer team was practicing, and their nets, they put up these like giant plexiglass things that only had holes in this little tiny bits in the corner of all four corners. Like if you hit it in the middle, it bounced right out. Like they didn't want you shooting in the middle.
I'm surprised they use plexi and not just like a tight net for that, because that's usually what they use. But
I think it was like, it looked like it was really making a point. Do you know what I mean? Like you could see through it, and then it was like occasionally bouncing out. I did see the goalie get like headed in the, or sculled, or what is it called when you get hit in the back of the back of the head by a ball that bounces on plexiglass?
I don't know if there's a verb.
We don't have a word for it
specific.
in English. They have a word for it in German, but it's like 10 syllables long.
I only know the one in Portuguese, so.
Well done.
Endorsement.
Maybe check Tom's LinkedIn if you don't
check
know
my
what we're talking about.
LinkedIn.
It's so early for tangents, guys.
Sorry.
I haven't even been introduced yet.
That's right. And Sam Frank, who will be playing Charnak. What's up, Sam?
Did I ever tell you the story of my biggest sporting achievement?
No, but I want to hear it so badly right now.
I lettered in cross country in high school.
Wow.
I had to take cross country to graduate because it was the only PE class offered before school. And as part of the class, you had to attend all the meets.
Mm-hmm.
And at one meet, and apparently to letter in cross country, all you have to do is run in one varsity meet.
Okay.
And at one of the varsity meets, they were short a guy. And they're like, Sam, you're running. And I was like, shit. And I ran 150 people. I finished 149th out
Hey.
of 150
Okay.
and threw up as I was crossing the finish line.
I believe it. I believe
But
it.
you
Oh
lettered.
my god.
But you lettered.
And
You
then they
lettered,
sent me
baby.
that little letter in the mail
That's so nice.
to affix to the jacket, which I, of course, must have already bought. Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't think we've said this here, but like I think I was officially an NCAA Division I athlete.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. John, did you know about this?
No.
When
Me
I
neither.
left Davidson. So do you remember there was a guy at Davidson who was like an Olympic fencer?
Yeah.
When we were there. Okay, so for him to enter into fencing competitions at the NCAA Division I level, he had to be on a team. And there had to be a certain number of people who were doing like épée fighting and foil fighting. And I went out because I had done what's it called? Kendo in Japan for like 2 years. Like I was like, oh, I'll see what this like French sword fighting is all about.
You were on the Davidson fencing team?
No, John. I went to 2 meetings. It wasn't what I wanted, like out of life or out of that time, like that, like part of the day. And so I had no idea. But he just kept entering my name as like a member of the team when he would go, and I would just like lose because they just was like default or whatever.
Because you weren't there.
Because you had to have 3. He had to have 3
it wasn't
people.
what he wanted out of that part of the day.
That's right. So when I transferred to Rice and I showed up, like they were like, well, look, you should have told us, like you can't play any sports. You can't be on the fencing team for a whole year. And we may have to file for like NCAA violations for the way that we recruited you. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't even know what you mean. Like, what the words coming out of your mouth, I do not understand. And then they were like, you're a Division I fencer. And I was like, no, ma'am, that is not me.
Hey, real quick, is that on your LinkedIn?
No, but I should put it on my LinkedIn.
I'm
should
going to
put it on
endorse that
LinkedIn.
skill.
I've endorsed the shit out of that.
I'll endorse you for epee, but not for saber.
Yeah, no, those saber guys are fucking crazy, yo. That they really like they lose a finger just in one of the like, what is it called? Matches? No, meets? No, what are they called?
What do they call it? You know, that thing that I did as a Division I
As a
NCAA.
Division I
Oh my
NCAA.
God. Hey, you know what? Speaking of rapiers, what's Charnak up to?
Yeah, he's got those rapiers.
Bring it back. Yeah.
So good work, John. So here is so you have 2 options. We can fuck around in this in this place. If you want to go after A.L. Duran, I have his character sheet. I'm ready to go. Especially if you want to like try to, I don't know, skewer him or something. It's not going to end well for you. I'll just tell you. Or we can end up back at the we can hand wave and we're back in the Goblin Market.
We got to our mounts. We evaded all pursuit and managed to find a place to make a doorway back to the Goblin Market.
That's my assumption. Yeah.
I'm cool with that if you let us get away.
Okay. All right. So then you get back. Now I have a couple of like downtime questions for you, like from there. I'm assuming that you have decided you are going to return the fish to the part of the Goblin Market where the magic items are destroyed. This is my assumption.
We don't have to take it to the archive,
the paper room. Yeah, the archive.
Yeah, I can. I will hand wave the archive and everything.
Oh, so we're doing the archive, but they're not destroyed there.
Well, they are out of reach from anyone ever again. They are basically deposited on a pocket dimension that no one else knows where it is.
Mm-hmm.
So are you? Yeah. Are you okay with that?
I have a question about that.
Yes.
We are now depositing 2 items in a very short amount of time.
You sure are.
Are we receiving some kind of boon for this? Is he happy with us?
So, if we're ready, I mean, the answer is yes, very happy.
Nice.
If you are ready to get into that, I'm happy to get into that. But I just want to make sure you've decided not to keep this thing, which allows you to cast once a day a very small, a 5x5 force cage that fills with water after 1 minute and remains a force cage with water where someone can't breathe in it for a full hour.
But also randomly consumes the souls of
things around, people who die nearby. Yes, that's correct.
Including the people who die within it if we haven't left?
For sure. 100%. And your time with this device is like, however short it is, it feels evil. Like it feels very... Now, you can use evil for your own gains, but that's what this item is and does.
Dinfa, these soul consumers, they fill me with wariness.
I agree. I cannot believe we are surrounded by so many of them.
And it's not just the objects themselves. It's these whole structures of institutions seeking them and fighting over them and seeking to use them. It's like there's a whole consumer culture around them.
Almost like something that someone would put up a market for.
I'm worried that in the end it will destroy us all.
It might just.
But what do you suppose we do about it?
I don't know. I'm just complaining.
Well, I'm at least glad that we can collect some of these and get rid of them.
Yeah, we've already gotten rid of 2 in very short order. How many more can there be even? 5? 9?
We just wait expectantly for him to keep spouting bigger numbers.
17? Surely there could not be more than 23 in all of existence. And if there are 27, I would be shocked.
I wonder if that is a question for the archive.
31 is right out.
This is just all seeming too big for me.
Yes, this seems the scope of these objects is troublesome. I understand what you're saying, Chernak. I can't imagine there is a limit on how many there are, but hopefully they are so spread that we will not encounter anywhere near the numbers you have suggested.
Well, my question is, the first one we got rid of, the head of the market knew exactly what it was and was directly involved. If we continue on this course, how many enemies are we making?
All of them.
Everyone who worships and seeks to use these consumers, any of these devotees of what I'm now calling consumerism. We will make enemies of them and they must be destroyed.
But that is my point. We cannot destroy all of these beings. They are quite powerful.
Then we will grow stronger.
I'm afraid we need help.
Do we not have it?
Do we have it?
I mean, we were given mounts. We were given a scout, an original, to help us.
Who's our current king, Tom?
So here it's Fitzrall.
Fitzrall.
Yeah.
I feel as though as we take on more experiences and learn more lessons, we will grow stronger. We will reach new levels of competence and power that will allow us to destroy our enemies. I feel certain of it.
I hope you are right. Fitzrall was greatly weakened when we got rid of the last one. Perhaps we get stronger while they all get weaker.
So you're at the tree that lets you into the archive, and the small ritual that Marquise de Hage performed last time, it's fairly simple. You perform it, and the archive opens, and you hear the paper fluttering again, and you see down the hallway the plinth and the approaching archivist.
You know, I feel the first time around, this ritual was sort of awe-inspiring. And now that we're doing it a second time, it just sort of feels like we're going through the motions.
Enter. Bring
Charnak makes a yada yada motion with his hand.
bring, and I will help the way that I may.
I guess I have it. I had it in the bag of
Mhm.
holding.
Yeah, Ebus and I both turn and stare at you.
Yeah.
I slowly take it out of the bag and I slowly walk it over to the archive.
We have yet another cursed item.
Place upon the plinth. Let me examine it.
I put it down.
And his sheets could sort of just, remember, he's basically a golem, but he's made of wind and paper. And the sheets are constantly like blowing away, and then sort of the wind is catching it and bringing it back to his body. And he catches one in his hand and he opens it up and he says, you have done a fantastic job. This one has but one soul inside of it. Excellent work. Discovering, deciphering, preemptively bringing to me. Thank you.
Can I run an insight check on him?
Sure. He doesn't have
That
much of a
detail
face.
doesn't sit right with me. Yeah.
20.
20. Yeah. Something's up with him. Something's up with this guy for sure.
Does
It's
it
different. It's different from
It's different, and he seemed almost all knowing when you brought him the thing last time.
Mhm.
And this, it sounds like him. It seems like him. You have no reason to think it's not him. But he's treating you differently for sure.
Great
only
archive.
one soul, you say?
Yes. How did you find it? How did you discover it?
That business is our own. The point is that we have it and we want to be rid of it. Is this something that is this something that is difficult for you the more it happens?
I'm sorry, but the three of you stink of souls that are not your own. It is hard. It is hard to trust that you are here for the right reasons, but I will give you the options that I always give.
I brushed my teeth so many times.
Sever. Consume. Or hide.
Hide, please.
Very well. And he puts the papers over the glass fish, and you still feel it as he moves to the other side of the room. And this time you see him, and he reaches on the hard stone cavernous wall, and it looks like he opens up a drawer, but you can see inside there is an almost forever nothing that is inside. And he puts the item on the drawer. He closes the drawer. he reopens the drawer and the thing is gone and you don't sense it anymore.
You are not wrong. We were forced to consume a soul. And
Tricked, one might say.
it is something that gives us great regret.
Bamboozled.
Is there a way that you know that we can send these souls that we consumed to their resting place?
I can give only one thing to you that might allow you some amount of respite. Dienfa, you have eaten Harius. He was a guard in the city of Hardat. He lived. For him, he has been dead for 300 years. He was captured by a warlock in a small jar, at which time he was moved into a coin. He enjoyed his dog, which he loved so well, and he always wanted to meet a mate, but he never found the time or a willing participant. It was his great regret which he carried along with him, even as he was turned into a coin. You may now feel pangs of desire that is unrequited. Do not fear if you feel that. It is natural. And for you, Charnak, interesting. You ate a prince. He was a young princeling which was given in some unholy contract with a hag. As a small lad, he was sickly. He never learned to speak common or any other language. He was that small. He was sacrificed in the wood. His family hoped that wolves would come or the cold would come, but instead he lived 13 days alone inside a tree before the hag came to collect and put him in a coin. His parents did not name him, but the hag called him Sweetfoot. And Sweetfoot's thoughts were all betrayal in his final days. Ebis, yours is... It is difficult, I know this one. She was an ethnic goblin that lived many, many hundreds of years ago. She existed only in Hardat, which is the realm where almost all of the goblins come from that formed the market. She was sacrificed for Fitzrall and coined in a giant treasure chest that was filled with coins that never made their way to our king. I assume the chest was stolen, but her last thoughts were one of gratitude for being a part of something so much larger than herself. Mezaris was her name. Her gratitude was boundless. Her intelligence, however, was not. You may feel moments of indecision, forgetfulness. That is normal.
Sorry, what?
They are with you now. They are with you now. There's no getting rid of them.
Are you saying these souls continue what is the word I am looking for? Together, of a piece, not destroyed.
You were asking me about religion. I do not have religion. I can only tell you that The wind blows in a direction, and it, even as you turn a different direction or feel another wind, that breeze touched you, and that is all I am saying these have done. These are breezes that have touched you. And it is okay to feel them and assign reason and cause for things that perhaps happen to you on down the line. Fitzrall walks around with many thousands of souls. He says he can commune with them, but I don't believe that's something you would be able to do. But who knows?
Is Fitzrall?
All right. Well, see you later. Oh. Sorry. Go ahead, Deanfa.
Is Fitzrall someone you have a very hard time trusting?
I find nobility to be royal pains, if you get my drift.
And yet you stay.
This is good work. And I am, and he sort of points to his own body and he says, and I am a construct. And I exist within a very limited set of values which I am allowed to exhibit. Values instilled in me by the one and only king of the goblins, Fitzrall. He made all of this so that he might stop the consumerism.
Sort of a checks and balance, as you would say.
He realized he was achieving too much power too quickly.
I understand. Thank
And
you
yet,
for your...
if you understand that this is good work, you must also see that you can't achieve any kind of change by dealing with individual consumers. You have to look at the greater system that is putting these soul consumers into play, or leaving soul consumers like us with no good choices.
We do what we can do, Jarnak. I send things across the multiple planes of existence, hoping that no one ever stumbles across them, with some knowledge that they have not yet. But yes, you are right. The liches that make these are not the only source. They seem to be almost willed into existence by beings more powerful than us.
So what you're saying is that the demand is what creates the supply.
I don't know. But I do know that if you were to consume the fish, and I would completely destroy it, in some other plane, somewhere, something would come into existence. It is almost like everything has its own weight, and even if you destroy the weight shows up someplace else. In some ways, the druids are right in their incessant talk of balance in the plains. More right than they know.
I appreciate you giving us some information on the souls that were consumed.
Yes, you have been very forthcoming for a construct.
I will give you one more bit of advice, knowledge. Do with it what you may. In the last 3 weeks, I have sent 4 items into the abyss, 2 of which were sustaining our King Fitzrall. And I fear his time in the plains is not long now.
Meaning he is dying?
Yes. But it's not exactly like that. It's more the souls that he had consumed are, for lack of a better illustration, eating him, consuming him.
Ironic.
He may need to be put into a demiplane soon, and he knows it.
How does he feel about that?
I haven't spoken to him directly recently about this, but this was always the plan.
And he knows this plan.
You either become the Lich or you don't. And if you don't, that's it. He has lived many, many years more than any goblin ever should. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Cheers.
Archivist. I have a feeling we will see you again.
Yes, I think you will.
I still run out of here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's a little extra hurry.
Yeah, it's creepy still, right? No matter what Charnak says, it's not just passe, even though it's twice in 5 episodes or whatever it is. All right, so you leave, and you have the run of the Goblin Market, at your disposal. I will say that the tower seems to be closed off. It used to have all of these sort of tilt down windows that had become small verandas all the way up the tower. They are all closed up. There's still people about, but it's sort of like a Sunday morning in Biloxi, Mississippi. It's like everybody's at church or at home. It's kind of has that feel.
What happened to the bodies that we were controlling?
Oh, they're back with you. They went back to their. As soon as you arrived, I assumed you wanted to take your bodies, and so you're back in your own bodies, and they're back
in prison.
They're here. They're in the Goblin Market now.
Okay.
This is so much better. God, those legs were so long. There's so much work just carrying all that meat around.
Oh, I never mind it. Makes me feel, I don't know, more alive, more invigorated.
What? So do we just sit around waiting for another assignment here? I hate this passivity we have been forced into. By circumstance, admittedly.
Do we know how to get anywhere else?
Have you spoken to Markeef in a while? I mean, I'm happy to send for him if you're.
I don't think it's before.
Yeah,
I think we just spoke to him before the mission.
Yeah, he's the one that sent us out there.
Yeah.
I assume we checked in with him when we got back, but
yeah. Well, certainly when you get out of the Archivist, he just wants to make sure you did what he's supposed to do. He said, and it is gone now.
Yes, it is gone.
Very well. Good.
The Archivist has hidden it, whatever that actually means. I assume it means what it says.
Fitzrall will be very happy about that.
Do you have an estimate of how many of these soul consumers are in the plains?
Oh, well, I think that Fitzrall perhaps has a much clearer idea on an actual number. I know of only one other, and it is fiercely protected by Bodum. In your
only one
market.
Other,
but I feel as though you just it's almost like you don't understand this universe very well. the originals are all they're all out in the worlds, in the plains, searching for these items.
I understand that, yes.
And we get, for our time here, once a month, we are contacted by an original who thinks that they have found something. So I assume that that the temple and that the Azure Foundry are receiving a similar amount. So let's say we find 10, 12 a year. They find 10, 12 a year. I don't know what they do with theirs.
And yet the archivist says he has disposed of 4 in merely the last few weeks.
Yes. I have some unburdening to do.
I take it you will seek to revise the consumer report you just delivered.
Well, our great king has decided that it is time for him to move on. And rather than burdening a successor with the items that make him the forever king, he has slowly been depositing them into the archive.
Yes, that makes sense.
And he has but one more item that allows him to hang on with the very thinnest thread to this life. It is why he no longer speaks anywhere except in your brains. He cannot muster the power to move his limbs in his own body, and he's decided he will not use another body ever again. That comes the toll as well, as I'm sure you are learning.
Indeed. So the only one he has left is guarded by Bodum?
No. Bodum has a weapon that he uses almost without any remorse, or at the very least, he doesn't give it the authority and the respect that it deserves. So that's one, and then the other one that we know about is it looks like a common wand of healing, and it transfers life. It is not a strictly a healing wand. Someone nearby suffers when the wand is used to heal.
And this is not something we've seen recently.
I mean, maybe when you were in his chambers and you saw him, and he wasn't moving around, he was like in that catatonic state. Maybe you saw a wand with him. You're like racking your brain, but it's even if Marquise is to be believed, it's not anything remarkable. Doesn't look like anything remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
The plan is to completely purge the goblin market of all magic items.
All the markets?
Yeah, starting with this one.
Are there any... Who is paying the price besides Bodum and Fitzrall for us doing this?
Well, from what I understand, you just stole something from a great, powerful sorcerer.
Sure.
So the price that he was paying, what you inflicted upon him was stealing something of his. I'm sure he will be angry, but...
Yeah, we best not go back to that plane for a little while.
Yes.
Maybe we take the long way home.
Understandable. So I suppose this is Um, you're asking a larger question of when you destroy these things or when you hide them away, who is hurt by the hiding? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
I don't want to sound like a sycophant, but your question is all wrong. There is nothing bad about what Fitzrall is currently doing. In fact, this is the good that you are doing now.
Well, I'm more concerned with who is angry that they are being hurt by us.
Well, that's a different question. Sorcerers, necromancers, warlocks, hags, hexblades, you name it. The people that feed on souls.
Oh, and I like tags too. Dang.
And you are not celebrities by any means. You do these things in the name of the Goblin Market. The originals are, it is one of the most dangerous jobs in the universe. When a hag discovers that there is an original goblin out looking for their items, they destroy without hesitation.
So, if you are to be believed, we are well protected here.
I hope so. Diva, we don't know what happens when Fitzrall dies. We do not know who will step into his place. We don't know if there will be a place to step into. What we know is that when he dies, it will send a ripple throughout the plains. And we will have here in this goblin market a king's moot where we vote on a new forever king. The temple will be invited. Bodum will be invited. All will come.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
You seem to have plans for everything. What's your plan for this?
My plan is to get the fuck out of this place soon after Fitzrall dies.
That's not a good plan.
Well, you tell me a better plan then, Ibis.
I'm not saying I have a better one. That just does not give me hope.
And he holds up a...
I have a better plan.
Oh, and we're all ears, Charnak.
I wish to graduate from errand boy to assassin.
Okay. I'm listening. Who would you assassin?
There is one entity that has been the author of this misery across the plains more than any other. And one thorn that keeps this universe from healing.
You speak of Bodum?
I want to Bodum.
You're not the only one. Dinfa, is that what you want?
Absolutely, if I have the ability.
Ibis?
Yes. Fuck that guy.
If we're going to do it, we're going to have to do it soon, when we still have the protection of the one and only King Fitzrall.
Indeed. Are there others in the market that would back such a drastic action?
There's bound to be, but I will tell you, I don't think Fitzrall would back it.
Well, then, best not tell him.
But
would there be a similar type of king's moot for Bodum, given that he claims himself to be king?
Well, it's sort of like this. Everyone recognizes that when the rift started, Fitzrall was the king of all goblins. So even though there's let's call it a civil war that's been going on for millennia. When he dies, the others will see an opportunity to unify again. So they may well put their differences aside until the vote happens or whatever extracurricular activities happens around the vote. And you see him, you can tell he's just got an idea. He says, we could tell them that he's dead. We could initiate.
But how do you fake the ripple that goes through all the markets?
We could simulate it.
You can do that.
We could release a massive number of souls by consuming them. It would feel like a gravitational pull. It would have to be a lot.
Fitzrall would notice.
Fitzrall would notice. Maybe we ask for forgiveness rather than permission.
Where are these souls going?
Well, I assume one or all of you would eat them.
We do not want to do that.
Well, that was my plan anyway.
we have already done many things we did not want to do. I do not imagine that destroying the author of our misery will come cheap.
That means one of two things, at least that we know of. The great wand of healing, which once it's consumed, Fitzrall has weeks, maybe a month. Or Bodum's falchion.
Which is out of our reach.
That would be
if we were able to reach it, we would not need the plan in the first place.
That's sort of what I think, although with that falchion, he's pretty difficult to defeat. If you could get it away from him long enough to fight him, you have it swinging shot. But yeah, it's unrealistic.
Well, perhaps we can do both. Get our hands on the wand and then some elaborate plan to steal the falchion and then attack.
Well, the King's Moot, no one's going to bring an item like that anywhere near here. He'll be without his falchion when he comes.
I thought we wanted to take the wand and then kill Bodum during the weeks that he has left.
Yeah.
No, when he arrives for the King's Moot and is without the defenses of whatever stronghold he normally abides in.
And Markeith looks at the three of you and he says, it's a very dishonorable plan, Dinfa. Is that what you're implying?
That does not bother us at all.
It's more that he will come and we have no defenses.
Well, if he comes thinking that Fitzrall is dead, then you do have defenses. It would be tight on the timing. A minimum of 2 weeks after the death of the king, you have to have the King's Moot. The temple would have to come. I haven't seen them. I don't know anything about them. Maybe we should bring Fitzrall into this.
Maybe we should find out what we can about the temple.
Yes, I see no way to make this plan work without Fitzrall's involvement.
He will not
I-
want dishonorable killing. He thinks this is the way that lichdom lies. He is completely.
And yet he is willing to cede the universe to Bodum.
He believes that his actions will create momentum around goodness. I agree with your laughter. He became the king because he was merciless, and he was practical and pragmatic. And those are all things that Bodum is as well.
Markeef, do you trust that our objectives are aligned at this point?
I do.
Do you believe that the hour is desperate?
I do.
Then I would ask that you share with us anyone that the Azure Foundry has within Bodum's organization.
It's slim pickings now. When I say that you were the very tip top of the assets we still had remaining, I mean it.
Ah, shit.
But there are politically others who might be willing to aid. But you are
Without-
outsiders now.
The only alternative to killing him here is killing him there. And
Yes.
I gesture expansively. But we don't know where there is, where he resides, where he rests his head, how he keeps his weapons, what his schedule is, when he travels, where he goes, how he is defended. We know nothing.
Well, we don't know nothing. We know something. We know he plans to return to Hardat. We know he plans to take over the life and the body of Gregor Wint. And my suspicion is to create a new Goblin kingdom there in that plane of existence where it all started. Now, can we make the boy ready for Bodum fast enough so that he's ready for him before Fitzrall dies? I don't know.
Or make Bodum think he is ready.
Yes.
How are such determinations made?
Well, they want him to be king, not just of his little corner of dirt, but of the city and the town. If Gregor could kill the sorcerer Collier, take his treasures, I think that's it. I think that brings him away from that dying marketplace that you saw last in shambles. Puts him into a place of life with a horde of slave labor from the dwarven town and more money than any noble could ever shake a stick at. Unexplored
And all the
territories to
corrupted
the
wheat
east.
you could ever want to eat.
Yes.
And he would come himself.
He would
Not in a
have to.
ream, not in a projection.
He would have to.
But what happens, let us say, if we get Gregor ready for Bodum, and then we do not defeat Bodum?
Well, that fucking
Then we have-
sucks.
Set him up for success.
I mean, our plan was all along that we were going to kill Gregor Wint the moment Bodum decided to enter him. But Fitzrall's not going to last that long. It's very selfish what he's doing.
All of a sudden, the soul absorption out of the wand and luring Bodum here sounds better.
It's fewer variables. There's a king's moot. There'll be a festival. Bodum will come in his real body. He'll have many retainers, protectors. They'll recognize you if you're in your own bodies. And they'll sense you if you're not.
Charnak, I am surprised you are not screaming about how your contract is going to be fulfilled.
Well, if we become masters of the universe.
Yes, but in the event we
No.
throw ourselves into some danger.
No, I've discovered a cause which supersedes my contract. With
How far
Bodum
we've
ruling
come.
the plains, none of us will be safe ever again.
No, we will not.
Nor will the people that I am attempting to save via my contract.
I can get the wand. But we will not have long. For one of you or all three of you, I don't know. I wouldn't survive a consumption of something like that. And then we have a ticking clock on Bodum's life, during which time we have to convince the temple and the Azure Foundry that Fitzrall is indeed dead, and they must come for a king's moot.
What do we do with Fitzrall in the meantime?
We'll probably have to read him in afterwards.
But do we leave him where he is? Or do we hide him?
He's... I don't know, Dinfa. He's not easy to move as it is now. He still will be dangerous. And he cannot be the one that kills Bodum. He will. That will be enough soulage for him to ascend to lichdom on the spot. And we don't know what happens at that point with him.
Wait. We kill Bodum, and then we get Bodum's souls?
Well, they'll be released for sure. I mean, you know where you should kill him.
Inside the archive?
That's where I'd do it.
Or we need an item that will absorb their souls, and then we hide the item.
That's another way to do it.
It would be nice if it was also an item that Bodum coveted.
Like his falchion. Is his falchion one of those items?
Yes.
But you said he will not bring it.
He will not bring it.
What about the wand?
But, catch 22 is a phrase I heard someone use before.
If
we must destroy the wand in order to bring Bodum here, and yet we want to use the wand to tempt Bodum into the archive.
The wand has to be destroyed to get the ripple.
He will not bring his falchion, and yet we do not know where he will leave it.
Yes, he is. Say whatever you want about Bodum. There is a reason why one as powerful as Fitzrall has not been able to best him in all these years of trying.
It sounds like we need a scouting montage.
Now,
You have spies everywhere, no?
the biggest variable here is the temple. They are so secretive. And why did they not go after the fish? When Ael Durin specifically contacted them first. Something is up with the temple. Maybe that is what we go do next. Or we take the wand, we release the souls, consume them, and then go to the temple and just wing it. See what they've got there.
Markeef. And Charnak sits back in his chair and laughs. We've been looking at this all wrong. We do not. We can kill Bodum, certainly. The difficulty is his falchion.
Yes,
An artifact that consumes souls.
that is true.
And we have an entire cadre of agents whose sole job, ability, and expertise is in the seeking and finding of objects which consume souls. We call to the originals. We bring them back.
And let them loose on Bodum.
Indeed. Find the falchion. Discover his secret. And then, at the King's Moot, we do not strike here, we strike there.
This plan is good. It still carries a great deal of risk, and Fitzrall will be dead in the not too distant.
Fitzrall will be on our side.
He will.
We do not violate the King's Moot. We do not spill blood in his halls. We merely take advantage of Bodum's absence.
Yes.
So we still do the wand and make it look like Fitzrall is dead?
Quite possibly. I fear even more that Fitzrall will insist on being dead in fact.
I only know how to reach 2 originals. But I can reach them, and they know each other and can reach each other.
Which are these?
Well, there's Ael Durin.
Yes, we've met.
And there is another. You're not going to like it, though.
Not when you lead with that, we won't.
Is her name by chance Sheba?
Sheba is long dead, is she not?
I thought she was
Well, you
back
never
with...
know with these, do you?
Well, the other original that I know is named Wilena Zagat.
What?
Grandmother to Villanelle Zagat, your crew chief and stall master.
Charnak gets back up from where he had tipped his stool on 2 legs and then fell over backwards. Never mind. That makes more sense. I was being dramatic.
Zagat's grandmother.
And she is nasty. Go.
I assume she is only as nasty as she wants to be.
I have seen her open a small hole in a man's chest and drop a tiny chest inside the hole and then speak its command word, making it balloon into its true size. And she did that because he drank all of her ale. She is a psychopath.
She sounds like just the kind of psychopath we need.
Unfortunately, I agree with Charnak.
Go rest. Get yourselves together. And I will contact Aol and Welena. We don't have a lot of time if this is going to work.
You keep saying that. Do you have something concrete? Does he have a month? Does he have...
The moment he decides he's had enough, he is going to hand to his caretaker another construct he created, that wand, walk it into the archive, and then the clock starts ticking. 2 weeks from then, he's already sent off all of his most powerful items. He has every guard, every soldier, rounding up every magical item that is in this realm. I smell your rod. I can sense your weapon.
He smelled your rod.
Even the potions that you carry, Dinfa. They're destroying them all. If there's some larger plan at play, I don't know what it is. And that is Fitzrall and his creatures that he has created. I don't think that's the case. I think he's just afraid of dying, but has decided that's what has to happen. So, Ebis, that's what I mean by we don't have long.
Yes. I understand.
If he was still physically active, I would say he was one bender away from ending it all. But he does not do that anymore. He does not move his lips, his mouth, his arms. Others come and clean his bed. He does not even take the bodies of his servants anymore like he used to. We are at the end. Go, recharge. I will come to you in the morning.
Very well.
Dinfa silently begins walking toward his chambers and then makes a detour. Do we know how to get to the temple?
I mean, no.
We don't know how to get there.
You mean the temple, the Goblin Market temple?
The temple that we might have to infiltrate to
No.
kind of take a look around.
Don't we?
You'd not been there.
They're on some other plane, some other...
Yeah.
No, but didn't we get some fancy
Well, you
schmancy,
do have
symbol we can draw?
the drawing that you could draw, but you have no idea what's waiting for you on the other side. And don't forget, when you drew one of your symbols, you ended up in an old, defunct, abandoned Goblin Market in the astral plane. So, the symbols for it, they might be accurate, but also they may be gone from where they were before.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would know that. I would know that.
Yeah,
I
you
was
know that.
assuming it was. I was assuming it was somewhere that would be easier to walk to and just kind of walk around and sniff around. But if I
no.
can't get there, then
Oh
I'll
no. I
look
mean,
about that later.
Markeith doesn't know exactly where it is. Like he's never been there. His version, the version of Markeith that was trying to infiltrate the temple, is not here in this market.
You said the version of Markeith?
Yeah, like the Fitzrall has been trying to get embeds and all around in his enemies or his rivals, competitors. You don't know of anybody who's basically like Markeith who was doing what he was doing over
I
in the
gotcha.
temple. That's what I mean.
I got you.
I'm not saying he's a multi-planar like being or something. I just mean,
The other people
Someone
doing what
of
he's doing.
his station
Yeah,
and
the
responsibilities.
spy that was sent to the temple. You don't know if they're here or not.
Okay.
Yeah, and no one's acting like. I mean, probably not.
I'm going to make a detour to Fitzrall's chambers.
Okay. So,
And
sorry, go ahead.
I just want to see how heavily guarded it is.
Okay. So there's no doors open into the tower. With your soul coin that you recently ate, like it does feel like remember when you walked up the side of the tower?
Yes.
And the gravity didn't work?
Mhm.
You feel that the gravity that allowed you to walk on the side of the tower, you can feel it pulling, and it's the item. Like you can sense it now. Like
Okay.
you didn't know, like it. You just thought it was like part of the astral before.
Mhm.
It is creating its own gravity in this area, and you can sense it. You can almost, if you close your eyes, you can almost see the sort of gnarled like stick that is the wand, and it's calling you. Not by name, but it has actual gravity that's pulling
It's like
you.
the One Ring, John.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually pulling you.
All right. Yeah. And
physically pulling you.
That's bad. Like I'm going to it. I can't stop myself.
Yeah. And and you get to the tower and you hear Fitzrall.
Dinfa. What? I thought we were going to rest.
Just like a zombie just heading up the side of this building.
Yeah. You hear Fitzrall and you stop. And Fitzrall says, I cannot have visitors today. Try me again tomorrow or tomorrow after that.
Okay. So I'm getting the information that I want, which is if I get close to it, he already knows.
Oh yeah.
And so I'll turn back around and report that to.
By the way,
Charnak and
Charnak
Ibis.
has taken advantage of this hubbub to steal away.
Okay. And what are you doing?
I'll let them finish their
Okay.
bit first.
Okay.
I just go back to Ibis. Charnak has disappeared. I just say, sorry, these souls are really difficult to ignore. I wanted to see how heavily guarded Fitzrall's chambers were, and as I walked toward him, I could feel the pull of the wand. It was so strong. But
Why did you stop then?
as I got closer, he began speaking to me in my head. He knew I was coming.
He can sense you. So he will know if somebody is coming for him.
But then how do we get it? Can Markeith really get it?
I think we have to rest, talk to Markeith. And I think we really have to decide what we need for this plan. And if we need Fitzrall, then we will talk to him and we will get what we need. I don't think we will be served well by stealing from Fitzrall while we are effectively his guests.
I suppose, but I feel like that is what we have to do. He is not going to enjoy this plan.
I thought Charnak's suggestion made it less dishonorable.
Well, to us, who knows how he's really going to feel.
That is true.
I will sleep on it. I've been put... Eating this soul is... I need to sleep on it. I am not myself. Good night.
All right, Charnak.
Charnak returns to the archive.
Okay. And the door, you do the ritual and the door opens.
Mm-hmm. And I walk into where I expect to see the archivist.
And you see the plinth, and this time, give me a perception check. Give me a perception roll.
Oh, I'm in my own body here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm good at that. That's a 21.
Okay. You're walking in with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You have night vision. You have dark vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you walk in and you see the room where the plinth is, there's literally nothing in there. And then it's suddenly the lights are like coming on and you see the plinth and you see the archivist come, but you realized that those things were not there. From like, they're not, it's not, there's nothing, there's not a permanent structure in this room. It sensed that you were coming and it created the room. And the archivist comes out and he says, "You have another item for me. I do not smell it, but I did not smell it last time until your friend produced it from his bag."
No, as I wandered away, my brain kept turning on something that didn't seem to fit, and I came back to discuss it with you.
Yes.
You take these items, and you send them off to a pocket dimension where they are inaccessible.
Yes.
And yet, your name is not prison. Your name is not refuse heap. Your name is not incinerator. Your name is archivist.
Yes.
This implies that these items are out of reach of all, save perhaps the depositor.
Many have come in here asking me to retrieve. I have never retrieved.
And yet, you are the archivist who stores, preserves, catalogs at the will of the depositors.
That's true.
And if the depositor wills that their item be retrieved, the one which they deposited, are you not obligated to retrieve it?
No, I am not obligated to you.
That did not answer my question.
What is your question?
Should a depositor request to access their item, are you not obligated to retrieve it for them?
Well, their item, but what does their item mean? It is not what you do.
An excellent philosophical question. You are a construct, yes, you are given rules that you must abide by. You also seem to have been given some joy in the work that you do, but you do not have a will of your own. You follow an arcane and complicated set of rules.
It is cruel for you to say that. I
I
am as
assume it
much
was
a
a rule that made you say that as well.
I am as much a conscious being as you are. Are we not all hemmed into our lives and our decisions by what came before?
Yes, I'm who do you obey?
Only one. The king of all goblins, Fitzrall. Sorry. The king of all goblins, Fitzrall.
I wish to see the dolphin statuette which was deposited mere moments ago.
Yes, of course. And he, on the plinth, he creates it, shows it.
I walk over to the plinth.
Yeah, you feel nothing from this statue.
Yes, a neat trick. You show it to me because I asked to be shown. I wish you to produce it here in this room from whence it was delivered.
That is Fitzrall's now, not yours. The king of all goblins.
And yet he delivers these items to you so that they will be out of his reach.
Yes, because he has a good soul, a kind soul.
But they are not out of his reach. They are out of his sense. They are out of his hunger, but not out of his reach.
That's true. This is his library, the king of all goblins' library.
I would wish to put these souls out of his reach in a more permanent fashion, so that he will not be tempted to retrieve them in a desperate hour of need.
You can do this one way. You can become king of all goblins.
The thought certainly has some appeal. What do I sense anything from the archivist itself? Is it imbued with a soul?
You know, I mean, I don't know how you'd know that, but it doesn't feel like one of these items, if that's what you're asking.
Right.
It doesn't feel like that. No.
And it doesn't feel, but it also doesn't feel like a living being that I could potentially send my consciousness into.
Potentially, but you do not have a spell that could do that. You still have just the dominate human or dominate beast if you have that. That's you definitely sense that this is not a human,
a person or
a beast. Yeah. But yes, if you have dominate monster, for sure you'd be able to do that. And you sense that well enough. Okay. And I would even say it seems willing.
I sensed that there is something that you wish or would want and yet are prevented from doing or saying.
Perceptive.
And that it is your loyalty to Fitzrall that prevents this?
To the king of all goblins, yes.
And yet perhaps a greater loyalty or affinity which tempts you to break it.
That's something I cannot do.
I understand, and yet I sense it is something you wish.
I wish to not exist, along with everything in the archive. And I know whoever comes next will demand that I stay and deliver to them the most depraved items any plane has ever seen. He might not be becoming a lich, But what he is doing is so much worse. Bodum will be a god. If you have no items for us, please return.
Charnak nods his head and slowly walks out. Too much to think about. I will return when I have better thoughts.
Yes.
The ones I have now are muddled and cloudy.
Good luck, Charnak.
I will only say, Archivist, that more than anyone else that I have met since coming to this place, I feel that you and I are aligned.
Come back with an item, and we will be aligned then.
Charnak leaves.
Are you going to go to bed?
Yeah.
All right, so you all make it back to your quarters, put in for a well-earned rest, relaxation, and your mind is spinning on not just what's happening here in the Goblin Market and Fitzrall and Bodum, but also how at ease you were in those prisoners whose bodies you took, and how comfortable the mounts were that you rode. And you're thinking about things and going over the things in your head and things you could have done better. And all three of you awaken in the morning a whole level better than you were before. And as you pack your things and await the promised meeting with Marquis de Hage, you have not lost your sense or your hunger for souls. And all three of you feel an almost, if it's possible, a slightly more powerful pull toward Fitzrall's tower in the morning. And that is where we will end episode 36 of the Goblin Market.
Wow. Appreciate the boon.
Intrigue.
Yeah.
This whole thing got blown wide open for me.
Yeah. Well, I want to hear more about it on the bonus, but
Heck yeah.
Give us a little tease. Why is it blown wide open for you?
No, just the amount of things that we can do. You were saying while Sam was talking, you said I listened to the King of All Goblins twice, and I was like, we need to become the King of All Goblins. I mean, oh shit.
If you could, you'd get the archive. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming by, everybody. And stay tuned next week on the Patreon for the bonus episode where they're going to do a level up. And I have a feeling they're going to talk a little bit about their plans for this. I can see in their eyes, they are still sort of spinning about what to do. And this clock that we've introduced into the characters. So thanks for coming by, everybody.
Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for coming by.
Oh, wait, before we go, I do have to tell you guys, I think it's for you and maybe some of our listeners. I found a band from the 90s, and they are called the Theme Song Guys. And literally all they do is theme songs from 80s TV and movies, and they are phenomenal. I was playing, and my daughter was like, this sounds amazing. I'm like, yeah, it's the A-Team. And then later on, it was like not the theme song of Rocky, but like the song that they play when he starts to get his shit together and he starts to stop drinking and all that stuff. It's not the famous one, but it also sounds good. And I was like, and Kiyomi was like, hey, this kind of sounds like Rocky. I'm like, yeah, it's because it's like a deep cut from the theme song, guys.
I will never forget. I was in college, and one of our roommates in our suite was like a big music snob guy. And for some reason, we were just playing a lot of theme songs last night, and we were in the middle of the A-Team theme song. And it was the part where they're doing the breakdown, like dun 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 dun. And he's like, "What is this?" And we're like, "It's this little indie band from Philadelphia. You probably haven't heard of them." And he was like, "Try me." And then it goes dun 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 dun. And he's like, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah, one of our like long-term listeners, guy we used to play, with. You guys all know Akshay, but I'll just never forget the day that he came over to my place and I was playing the White Stripes, and he looked at me and goes, "This is so over now." And he was joking. He was joking, but it did kind of like really sum up all.
He was very early on the White Stripes train. He's the first person I ever heard say the word the White Stripes.
Yeah, he was the first person I ever heard like say the White Stripes as well.
That's hilarious.
But he was also early on the train of making fun of people who said that something was over because somebody else was listening to it, which was funny. I don't know. Okay, are we ready to do this?
Yeah.
By the way, have you guys been endorsing any skills on LinkedIn?
Oops.
I haven't been. Should I do that?
You've been doing it, Sam.
I've been endorsing the shit out of people. All their skills. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I said I got an itchy endorsing thumb. Like, yeah, he knows data science. Endorse.
Do you have to put yourself up for a skill, or can someone else just list
your
resume.
skills, and then other people can come in and say, "Yep, that's one of his skills."
Okay, that's cool.
This is not bullshit.
Yeah.
Except when it is.
Except when it is. No one listened to Sam Frank.
I don't give a shit. I'll endorse them all.
I want to do a language that is untrue that I speak, and I don't know what it needs to be, but I want you to endorse that for me, Sam.
Portuguese.
Yeah, Portuguese. I can do that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Just put undercommon on there.
Undercommon.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Klingon.
Elvish. And when people ask you to do it, you just say, "Hello, how are you?"
How are you? This is me speaking Elvish.
This is me speaking Elvish.
Oh man. Okay, I'm ready for this.
It's
Come on.
Elvish,
You guys are always fucking off. I just want to get this thing. I just want to get into it.
I've hit record
Sorry,
already.
just want to
Sorry,
get
it's our
into
fault.
it and get started.
It's our
Okay.
fault.